Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Well, we went through Super Bowl weekend. I got the team right, the Rams, but I didn't get the score right. I thought the Rams were going to win by 2 touchdowns. They won on a last-minute touchdown by 3. Well, but aside from Super Bowl predictions, let's actually get on to the crypto stuff. This weekend actually held better than I thought. We're still in the upper 41s. And if you actually look at it right now, the stock market futures are actually up. The Dow's up 68, the S&P's up 7, and the Nasdaq's are up 2.25. However, that doesn't really mean much because if you look at Asia, the Nikkei's down 600, the Shanghai's down 30, and the Hang Seng's down 356. So definitely the Asian markets are down. I don't really know if the EU is actually opened yet. The FTSE and the FTSE MIB are both down. I don't think the DAX and the CAC have actually opened yet. So based on the futures, it should be positive, but we have major problems tomorrow. Major problems in form of the Fed, meeting tomorrow. The Russia-Ukraine situation, both Russia and America have pulled their diplomats out, so it is escalating, but I think Putin is mainly just bluffing to try to get more concessions from NATO and the West. We don't really know what he's going to do, but I don't actually think he's going to invade. I think both Russia and Ukraine have still gone with the line that they're not going to invade, but all the EU powers are basically taking precautions, ordering all their people out. So an invasion is possible. I still don't think it'll happen, but the chances of it happening are getting slightly higher, definitely. But the Fed meeting is the one I really, really want to talk about because I think that's really what has people scared. Now, this is an emergency meeting. It's not a regular meeting. And there are rumors that they might hike interest rates by as much as 0.5%. Now, if they hike it by 50 basis points, there will be a big market drop. I personally think there'll probably be a pretty big market drop anyways, because Asia's dropped so much, and I do think the futures will actually go down regardless. The Nasdaq futures are already down, so I am pretty sure that we're going to be bearish tomorrow. And it really depends what they decide out of the futures meeting, of the Fed meeting. I personally think they might actually move it 25 basis points right away with another 25 in March, and that will have a downward effect on the market. By the time I stream tomorrow, we should actually have an answer, or they would be ongoing in that meeting. So if we have a big dump during my stream tomorrow, that's probably why, if it hasn't already happened. Now, we have gone below 42,000 right now. I think some people are anticipating it. And the reason I think we haven't gone down so much over the weekend is because I think some of that was already priced in. Inflation is still there. The Russia-Ukraine situation will kick oil prices even higher, and it will actually screw with the supply chain even more. So that could be a longer term problem if that escalates into actual open conflict. I don't know how much the U.S. is going to commit, and I don't really know how much NATO is going to commit. NATO committing is really kind of like the U.S. committing because the U.S. troops make up a large part of the NATO troops. So right now, the stock futures being slightly higher doesn't mean a whole lot for crypto. They could tank really hard. I don't play shorts or longs, but if I had to play, I'd probably short. I wouldn't short very much because the signals I'm getting from the market are really, really strange for what the situation is right now. But if I had to do short or long, I would probably short because I do think the Fed meeting, the emergency Fed session, is actually going to be bad for the market. So if you're waiting to buy, I would only DCA it in a little bit right now and then wait until after Monday to see what happens. I don't think anything really, really good could happen from the Fed. They're not going to have an emergency meeting just to say we're not raising interest rates at all, especially with inflation at 7.5, which is 0.3 higher than expected, and especially as the monthly inflation rate was much, much higher than expected, and that tells them that inflation isn't actually paring down. I think they're going to, if anything, raise interest rates. I think the best thing we can hope for is neutral. With the worst thing would be a 50 basis point rise in interest rates. That's the scenario we're looking at right now. We could definitely so I think tomorrow's range we could go up anywhere from up 500,000 points to go down 3,000-4,000. So I think the bearish sentiment definitely overrides the bearish potential definitely overrides the bullish potential with the coming week. So I would definitely hold on to my money to see like if it dumps or not, because there is a very, very good chance it'll actually dump tomorrow. The headwinds are really strong, and we definitely have some problems with the market. If you look at the chart right now, we do have like I don't really know why we have a green candle right now, especially when the Nikkei's down so much. But the green candle isn't that high. We went from like 41,700 to 41,900. We're still below 42,000. And I do think there is a very, very good chance we'll visit the 30,000s. If you set buy orders at like 37, there's a very good chance you will actually get it next week, especially if the Fed meeting goes sour, which I don't really see it being super optimistic. So that's kind of where I am right now. The technical analysis has remained largely unchanged over from Friday. The EMA and the SMA for the 10 have actually both gone to sell, which means like a more negative trend is coming, which flows with like the happenings that are actually what's actually happening out in the real world, the Fed and the Russia situation today. So hold on to your money for right now. If it dumps massively on Monday, that's probably when you want to buy. If we go through Monday, we don't get a serious dump, then you might want to consider coming back in, because it's really hard for me to envision next week being like an extremely positive week and that one that you would want to get in now. But just in case, that's why I'm not selling. I wouldn't sell, but I definitely wouldn't buy. And if you were planning to buy a big a large group of crypto, I would actually wait until we have the Fed meeting on Monday. That should happen like Monday morning. So won't be too long before we know the answer. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.